All right, welcome to the fourth episode of the Lady Death piece, where at the end of this tutorial, you should be a master illustrator. Okay, probably not, but I hope you probably pick up a couple of good tips along the way. So here I've already done a bunch of the airbrushing that I'm going to complete, at least on this stage, and I've picked up the Copic markers again, and I've got like probably a 3 or 4 in my hand, and I'm actually going over some of the shadowy areas in the mausoleum area, just darkening some of the things that need to be a little bit darker. And actually the Copic markers, because they're kind of an alcohol-based marker, do really well with darkening things and adding details, especially just over the airbrush. It just tends to actually kind of blend it a little bit. So always make sure you try to experiment with different techniques over other things. See how one kind of material, in this case colored pencils I'm picking up here, work over something else. So this piece, when it's all done, it has obviously pencil to start with, colored pencil, and then I went to airbrushing, acrylics, and then Copic markers in the early stage, Copic markers then again. Now I'm using colored pencil to play to my strong points as using drawing techniques to carefully add back in some highlights, not to make them super crisp. So I've chosen to use the white Barrel Prismacolor Premier colored pencils to bring back some of the details and highlights, so that the relief that's on the background is a little more detailed, but not super sharp details. So a colored pencil is perfect for that. And I'm working on a Canson paper, so it has just a nice kind of what we call tooth in the industry. Tooth is kind of how what the grit is of your paper, and you can work on anything from sandpaper to cardboard, whatever works for you, whatever you have access to. Doesn't mean you have to use expensive art materials all the time. These are just literal colored pencils that cost, you know, $1 or $2. Obviously you don't have to do the airbrushing kind of part. Here I'm actually coming back in, I'm adding more highlights yet again to her face and her hair, and in the final stages I'm actually going to be using hand painting. So always think of the art like this as layers. You're constantly working in layers to create whatever the best look and technique is. Here I'm adding more crispness and detail to the blade edge of the sickle, which has gotten a little soft. And right there, just real quickly, I was showing where the light source could be coming from the moon, and that was just sort of a quick reminder that somebody had asked me to show. So thanks again, and stay tuned for the last episode of Art Attack on Lady Death, and make sure to subscribe now.